How would it have been different for you if there was social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook when you were playing?
Oh man, it would have changed everything because what it is, it gives access. To have access to me, or vice versa, or me have access to the world, and then be able to voice my opinion at any time. Ooh, that would have been very powerful. Very powerful. I don't think David Stern would have really liked that much.
You'd have been a little lighter in the wallet, you think, on occasion?
You know what?
that.
It was so new, and I think that, you have so many constitutional First Amendments and, being able to speak. And, I think we would have challenged that majorly. You can't muzzle or, script someone to do something. Obviously, within the guidelines of where you're working at in the workplace, yeah. But once you come out of that, you're a person and a human. And, I think that can you imagine Rashid Nye, Rashid, Stack, like just on AI? Can you imagine all of us on social media? Man, that would have been a riot, man.
That would have been.
What?
Yeah, I know. And that's the interesting thing about LeBron, Kevin, that you hear quite a bit is that he is, in terms of the NBA, an NBA GOAT, right? The one who has gone through his entire career almost start to finish with his social media presence and more people learning more about him. And obviously the two-way street, they could let him know what they think about him, and that makes what he's done more impressive. What are your thoughts on that notion?
Well, I think that in every era is going to be boost. I think when Dr. J played, Michael Jordan coming into his own, and the fact that Magic and Larry was kind of in like a mid-peak form to be able to pass it on to Isaiah to Michael. Michael took it and made our sport global. And I think that when you put on now it's another type of era. Kobe Bryant, could be considered our generation of Michael Jordan after Michael, if you will, to take it and put it into 81 and show another form of scoring, another form of the 23 or the form of that, right? You look at LeBron, and he caught social media right when he's kind of like in the middle, right where Michael was when the league was coming off of so many stigmas of drug abuse and not working hard and, guys being in shape and blah, blah, blah. Michael took it and blossomed it. I see LeBron doing the same thing. He's taking the advantage of understanding social media very early on with not only that, but information. And then you tie in data. You tie in knowing how to move and take content and put it on and for how long and how all the diagnostics that go into social. He's mastered it because he's been in the midst to where he's like a fraternity. He's taking his licks. He's been proven. He's proven he's probably the only great other than Dwayne Wade in our game. Pau Gasol can go into that conversation. I would say maybe Dwight Howard just because of the accolades, but that's very few. But when you see what he's done with social media and how he's made it work for not only his businesses, his multiple businesses, being able to promote, being able to speak back, being able to, hear from him versus an outlet, versus a source, versus a reporter, putting words in your mouth or speaking for you. This is what I like about social media, being able to get it straight from the athlete, straight from the person, and hear it verbatim. Now, what are you giving them? What are you stimulating? What are you teaching? What are you giving to the world? And I think that what he's putting out as his brand has been beautiful, and it's been very, very calculated. LeBron is probably considered a great, and not just being on the floor, but in the community. Also, his business is successful. Like the dude, he's done a great job at the social aspect of forming his brand.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.